Okie dokie. Am I live? Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. And my first time here. Let me see if I get any traffic. But y'all heard? Did y'all hear that now they want to build a nuclear reactor on the surface of the moon? On the surface of the moon, folks. We got one of those. It's called the sun. Yeah, it's called the sun, folks. Oh my God. Do you know? Anybody know when the last moon landing was? Because I know. Oh, my Lord. My kids have been looking at that brown butter chocolate chip recipe. That's all I need is for more fat chip. Let's see here. So I'm looking this up. Okay. I'm just seeing if anybody's gonna jump in or not. We'll see. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Wouldn't that's okay. So this is from NASA's own website. NASA Fission Surface Power Project energizes lunar exploration. Does this give me a 2024? NASA is wrapped up in the initial phase of its Fission Surface Power Project, which focuses on developing concept designs for a small electricity generating nuclear reactor that could be used during the demonstration on the moon and to inform future designs for Mars. For Mars. Well, hey, Jelena? Jelena's? And Smoker? No, this is weed. It's the marijuana. Listen, we're gonna need it because they're putting a nuclear reactor on the moon. On the moon. Yeah. That is going to make America great again. We're gonna blow up the moon. It's like Marvin the Martian over here. Hold on. Oh, shit. If I don't have the fan on, it gets stifling in this house. It just gets stifling in this house. But do you know how hard it is to use a one-hander when the fan's running? Anyway, I read this thing on NASA.gov. Okay. Because today's news of now they want to build a nuclear reactor. Oh, the fucking, oh, hello from Brazil. Hello, Brazil. Hello, Brazil. Listen, y'all must have it so good. Yeah, much better than we do. Just think about it. She can vote. Yes, I can vote. For the time being, yeah, I can vote. What, you think you're gonna take that right away from me? I'd like to see you fucking try. That ain't ever gonna fucking happen, but that's cute. Honey, I'm 51 years old. I voted many, many, many times. I'm also very, very well informed, which makes me question stupidity. Like, when the government starts talking about putting nuclear reactors on the fucking surface of the moon. I just think it sounds stupid. Okay? I really and truly do. I think it sounds stupid. We have a big old huge nuclear reactor in the fucking sky up there. It's called the sun. It's called sun. That's what it's called. Lord have mercy. Well, bye, trolls. That's cool. I don't like fucking trolls anyway. Y'all are ignorant. Okay? Especially the fucking MAGA trolls are fucking ignorant. Let me guess. Let me guess. I'm sorry. How do you pronounce this name? Pawihi? Pawihi? Is that how? You know, just think about it. She can vote. Yeah. The Pawihi. You like that, you like young girls, don't you? I bet you do. Anyway, whatever. So the fission surface power project, a concept designed for a small, okay, like not to power the entire world. This is just a small, okay, little bitty, all right, because something tells me that damaging the moon or blowing the moon up would probably disrupt our gravity and the tides and all sorts of things. Like, that can't be good, right? Oh, dear God. Imagine us women that are still getting that monthly little present every fucking year. I mean, every year. Every month. Every year. I wish. Every month. Like, every month. When the uterus pitches a fit because it didn't get a baby this time around. Lord have mercy. But could you imagine that? Because I hear that that's kind of on the, or is that astrology? Because astrology is just, I don't know what I'm talking about. NASA awarded 3 $5 million contracts in 2022. Tasking each commercial partner with developing an initial design that included the reactor, its power conversion, heat rejection, and power management and distribution system. Estimated cost and a developmental schedule that would pave the way for powering a sustained human presence on the lunar surface for at least 10 years. He's going to build a concentration camp on the lunar surface and power it with a nuclear reactor. This is just, it doesn't, I mean, this runs into the, just because we can doesn't mean we should territory. A demonstration of nuclear power sources on the moon is required to show that it is safe, clean, and a reliable option. There's my clock. I can't pause the live. Y'all are just going to have to listen to it. I'm so sorry. Oh, well, you're not going to get the full sanctuary effect, so there's that. Anyway, technology demonstrate. That's my hunt dumplings in the background. Anyway, technology demonstration missions with NASA Space Technology Missions Directorate at NASA headquarters in Washington. The lunar night is challenging from a tactical perspective, so having a source of power such as a nuclear reactor which operates independent of the sun is an enabling option for long-term exploration and so. It would seem that really and truly solar power would be much better than listen, I understand what nuclear is. Okay, and I understand that it can be a safe option. Okay. But humans haven't been real good at it. Like, we have seen the fuck a lot of shit up. Like, you know, Chernobyl. Just for existence. I mean, you know, just for the example, Chernobyl. That was a fucking cover up, guys. Did you know that Chernobyl, that one reactor exploding was enough to render the entire continent uninhabitable? And like, Russia knew it. Like, Russia knew. And then they covered it up. It was... It's just amazing when you think about it. And then the radiation circled our Earth how many times? Gee, but y'all want to put one on the moon. On the moon, folks. What could possibly go wrong with putting a nuclear fucking reactor on the moon when you can just use solar? That just... Ow. Anyway. While solar systems have limitations on the moon, a nuclear reactor could be placed in the permanently shadowed area where there may be water and ice. We have no way of confirming that. Because, see, here's the thing. Is the last time we landed on the moon was 1972. 1972. Uh-huh. Oh, dear God. Alright, doesn't have nothing in it. Oh, let's see here. So there might be water. There might be water. There might be ice that can be converted into water, but it's been since 1972, folks, since we've ever landed on the moon or taken any samples from the moon. So, and on that side of the moon, on the dark side of the moon, I don't think we're supposed to land there. Like, that's like dangerous. It's like, Danger Will Robinson, right? Generate power continuously during lunar nights, which are 14 and a half Earth days long. What? Oh, dear God. Well, like, we know the sun is up there because, like, we can see the sun. Okay? We can even see the sun from the moon. So we know the sun's there. Okay? But because it faces its challenges of only having 14 days of sun, okay? Because if you have 14 days of the dark side, you have 14 days, it has an orbit. It's not flipping up there like a coin, but it does have an orbit. So every 14 days, every 2 weeks, okay? And listen, you don't need water for solar. Like, you don't need water to cool solar. Like, if you get too much solar, it's just a nice day. If you get too much nuclear reaction, that's a bad day. That's because what would happen? Think about it if the moon disappeared. Anyway, NASA designed the requirements for this initial reactor to be open and flexible to maintain the commercial partners' ability to bring creative approaches for technology reviews. That's got to be fun, huh? That's got to be fun. Can we do this? Can we put a big old nuke on the surface of the moon and can we explode it and think that nothing's going to happen? I'm guessing no. Pre-recorded. 28. Am I a time traveler? Shit. If so, how do I get back to where I'm supposed to be? Because this timeline sucks. Okay? It just sucks. There was a healthy variety of approaches. I'm sure there were. They were all very unique from each other. We didn't give them a lot of requirements on purpose because we wanted them to think outside the box. think outside the box on putting a nuclear reactor on the surface of the fucking moon. Surface of the moon, folks. That's America wants to do this. Yeah, y'all understand that? Maybe I didn't mention that. The United States of America wants to do this, folks. Reminding you that the United States of America is the reason why we have nuclear in the beginning, okay? And we are the only ones that have used the weapon of mass destruction. Not once but twice. There wouldn't be this thing, okay? Man, you know, if you could go back in time in one area, like this one said pre-recorded 28 years, you know, listen, can I go back and have a discussion with Oppenheimer? Because, and let him know, listen, the little doubts in your head, you should probably listen to those, because they're going to go put a nuclear reactor on the moon. On the moon. Oh, let's see here. However, NASA did specify that the reactor should stay under 6 metric tons and be able to produce 40 kilowatts of electrical power, ensuring enough demonstration purposes and additional power available for running lunar habitats, rovers, backup grids, or science experiments in the U.S. 40 kilowatts can, on average, provide electrical power for 33 households. So they're talking about a little one. Okay, do they understand that? Does Tangerine Palpatine, does he understand that it's just a little one, like kind of playing into my, you know, they're gonna build concentration camps. They've already built them. They're one down here in the Florida Everglades, Alligator Alcatraz, Auschwitz. It's a fucking concentration camp in the fucking swamps of Florida. Okay? Like, people who actually sit here and think that this can't happen, that this couldn't happen here, or sat back and wondered why the German citizens didn't stand up and stop it. Like, they just let it happen. And you thought, why? And here we are watching it happen again. And but this is a new one. So just to power 33 households, I guess 33 households, that could be a concentration camp on the moon. I mean, not to give these white supremacists any fucking ideas, but, you know, Jesus. NASA also set a goal that the reactor would be capable of operating for a decade, 10 years, without human intervention. Oh my God. Shit. Unsupervised, because we can't have people there. Oh, fuck me. Okay, unsupervised for 10 years now. This is written in 2024. Yeah, 2024. Okay. Oh. Which is key to its success, safety. They don't really give a shit about safety, though, for that. Especially concerning radiation doses, and shielding is another key driver for the design. Beyond the set requirements, the partnership envisioned how the reactor would be remotely powered on and controlled. They identified potential faults, which were probably many, and considered different types of fuels and configurations, having terrestrial nuclear companies paired with companies with expertise in space mode for a wide range of ideas. but we haven't landed on the moon since 1972. We have no samples. Absolutely no samples since 1972. That was 2 years before I was born. A lot has changed since 1972, including the surface of the moon. But so NASA plans to extend 3 phases. 1, contracts to gather more information before phase 2, when industry will be solicited to design the final reactor to demonstrate on the moon. We're getting a lot of information from these. Is the information, no, sir, we can't do this? We'll have to take some time to process it all. Take a lot of time. Open solicitation for phase 2 is planned for 2025. They are talking with them now. They are talking to them right now. Oh, like phase 2 is, do they actually think this is possible? Because I don't think this is possible. Thermal power produced during nuclear fission must be converted to electricity before use. Well, duh. So phase 2, the target date for delivering a reactor to the launch pad is in early 2030s. On the moon, the reactor will complete a 1-year demonstration followed by 9 operational years. If all goes well, the reactor design may be updated for potential use on, if all goes well. So 9 years, not 9 years. They want to experiment with a nuclear reactor for 9 years. Wait, how did we... And the nuclear reactor on the launch pad, like, wait, they want to launch it from Earth? They want to... These motherfuckers are going to fuck around. They're going to fuck around. And they're going to have Elon Musk put a nuclear reactor on the fucking launch pad to go to the moon. Oh, fuck me. Oh, here goes the clock again. Is it sanctuary time? Nope, not quite yet. Sanctuary time. Okay, folks, they are going to go play on the moon. Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like. Oh, so what would happen? What would happen if a nuclear reactor meltdown on the moon would have significant consequences through difference from a meltdown on Earth due to the lack of atmosphere? Well, there would be no immediate atmospheric contamination or widespread radiation poisoning. The melted reactor core could pose hazard for future lunar exploration and habitation. Well, yeah. I mean, the moon gets enough radiation from the sun. Like, their atmosphere is different there. Like, people live there. So the lack of atmosphere, unlike Earth, the moon's thin atmosphere or vacuum would prevent the rapid dispersion of radioactive materials through wind or air currents. Okay. This means that there would be no immediate danger to widespread radioactive fallout or atmospheric contamination. However, the lack of atmosphere would also mean that any released radioactive materials would remain relatively localized, potentially contaminating the immediate area. radioactive material on the moon so people can't land there. Well, you know what? What's it matter? What's it matter? Really and truly, I mean, like I said last time, we actually had a successful mission to the moon was in 1972. Oh, God. And these people want to go to Mars. They want to go to Mars. They're fixing to blow up the moon, but they want to go to Mars. Sure. Uh-huh. I love this about the UB2B. The fact that I can just blaze up. And really and truly being blazed up is the best time to do this, isn't it? Let's see here. Cratering. If the meltdown is severe, which without a lack of water or ice or something to cool these down, yeah, it's going to be severe. It's going to be severe. It could cause a significant amount of heat and pressure. Because there might be on the earth, I mean on the earth, on the moon, okay, on the dark side for 14 days, ice and water. Oh my God. Oh, shit. Leading for crater formation and altering of the surrounding lunar terrain. Okay, long-term hazards. The radioactive materials could persist on the moon for a long time, posing a long-term hazard for any future explorers or structures in the area. Well, fuck, we've done it here on Earth. We've done it here on Earth multiple times. What the fuck? Why the hell not? You know, we fucking fucked this planet up. Let's go fuck other things up. Oh, dear God. Safety protocols. It's safety 101. Don't do this. Don't do this. Any lunar base or exploration site using nuclear power would need to have a robust safety protocols in place to prevent meltdowns and mitigate the consequences of such an event. That's not going to happen with this current administration. It's not going to happen. Dear God. Listen, can we bypass all of this? Make it into a movie, okay? Show it to them. And when I say them, I am talking about Elon Musk, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Roger Stone, all of those, you know, lock them in there, okay? Let them watch a movie about how that's going to work out. And then don't let them out. Like, they need to go to a maximum security prison. They need to be under the prison. I don't know. Remote handling. Yeah, because we're not robots have got to do this. Have we even put the robots up there yet? No. No, we haven't. We haven't been able to do that because Elon Musk seems to blow up everything he sends up there. Long-term monitoring. Okay. Sure. In essence, while a nuclear meltdown wouldn't have the same immediate widespread impact as on Earth, it would create an localized area of contamination and pose long-term hazards to future lunar explorations. Good. Maybe we should take a break from leaving our own atmosphere until we can fucking repair the fucking damage we've done to this one. I don't know. I'm just bored. I'm just bored. What have y'all been up to? Well, I've been on for about 30 minutes. I had a whole bunch of people, and then a whole bunch of people left, and then I really have things I have to do. I got 2 grand kittens. 2 grand kittens. They're black and white. 5 months old. I think they're sleeping right now. They're napping. They have been exploring and rubbing and loving and just absolutely love my little grand kittens. And listen, that parental unit might be 16 years old, but that parental unit is a very, very good mama kitten. The best way to describe them. Sorry. I need to give that to the old man and have him clean it off. There, let's just go ahead and fluff it up a little bit. Don't spill, dumbass. I use a crochet hook to do this because there's still some in there, and like you can feel it kind of bottled up in there. Like, come on, man. Yeah. I don't know if I'm just packing too hard, you know, am I just being a little too heavy-handed trying to force it in there? Because I like pack that shit down. I don't know what to do for dinner. Anybody got any ideas on what to do for dinner? That ritual is getting on my last nerve. Oh, come on now. Really? Excuse me. I'm going to have to get up and push that. Okay. Here, let's put you. We'll put that right there for right now. Putting my kit back up. But yeah, that seems to be the news. The biggest news today is America wants to be the first frigate. Really? I don't know. I want to go in there. The USA wants to be the first nuclear reactor on the moon. So, Duffy to announce nuclear reactor on the moon. This is the first major agency effort to intern NASA administrators, who is also the transportation secretary and former Fox News host. So not a rocket scientist. Okay. Listen, my aunt used to have this saying that sometimes it does take a rocket scientist. Know your place. She was a scientist. Okay. But that didn't mean that she knew it all. And maybe if you ain't even a scientist, maybe you shouldn't be dabbling in these areas. Because transportation secretary, okay, transportation secretary. This is airplanes and cars, folks. Airplanes and cars, okay, here on Earth. Okay, they can't even get that fucking right. They got planes running into each other up in the air, near misses. We've got freaking military and civilians running into each other. The roads, the Secretary of Transportation is going to put a fucking nuclear reactor on the moon. On the moon, folks. First major action by former Fox News host. NASA has discussed building a reactor on the lunar surface, but this would set a more definite timeline, according to the documents obtained by Politico. And come just as the agency faces massive budget cuts, so we're going to try to do this on a shoestring budget. Yeah. The move also underscores how Duffy, who faced pushback from lawmakers about handling two jobs, wants to play a role in NASA policy making. Yeah, I can understand that concern. I really can understand that concern. Because again, sometimes it does take a rocket scientist. So how about you let the rocket scientist handle the space exploration? Like, stop putting dumbasses in charge of this shit. Stop letting dumbasses. Oh, here we go. It's the sanctuary. 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 That is my father-in-law's clock. Now, when my son, my male hunt dumpling, when he was little, he's autistic. And when he was little, his favorite thing in the world was to set clocks, timers. He, whenever she would take him to go get his hairs cut, he would set up all the alarms. And it became a thing. The hairdresser that my mother-in-law went to, God, I miss her. Took care of my kids' hair, was part of the family. She just passed away recently, so. And she had willed that clock to my male hump dumpling, and, well, she gave it to us early, so she got to make sure that her grandson knew how to wind that clock correctly. It's about winning the second space race. Oh my God. Are other countries talking about building a nuclear reactor on the moon? I must have missed that memo. What? Other countries, El Presidente Taco named, of course, Duffy as interim administrator in July after abruptly withdrawing the nomination from billionaire Jared Isaacman, and amid of a spat with the nominee's ally, Elon Musk. Oh, dear God. Duffy also offered a directive for to more quickly replace the International Space Station, another NASA goal. We replace? We want to replace the International Space Station. Why not renovate the one we have up there? Like, what? That's just... Or are they just going to build a new one up in space? Right next to the old one? Duffy also offered a directive to more quickly replace the International Space Station. The two moves would accelerate U.S. efforts to reach the moon and Mars, a goal that China is pursuing. Oh, my God. Listen, this is a bad idea. I'm just putting it out there, okay? This is a bad idea. Okay? It's just not a good idea. At least not with El Presidente Taco. Like, with not dictators and freaking Nazis. And could we, like, not... like, I understand exploring the cosmos. I think it's stupid that we have not had a person walk on the moon since 1972. Okay? 53 years ago was the last time we actually had a human being on the fucking moon. And we just can't seem to get there with more advanced technology than we had in 1962 that first put 2 men on the moon. Elon Musk blows his shit up on the launch pad. Freaking, what's his name? Bezos. He can't even get out of the atmosphere. I mean... But they're gonna go to Mars, and they're gonna go by way of putting a nuclear reactor on the fucking moon that may or may not have water for 14 days while in the dark side to keep it cool. We don't know what's going to happen in the 14 days that it goes to the sunny side of the moon. We just don't know. We just don't know. But we're going to use the brand new federal tax that we have on the American citizens for goods and services that you need to fucking survive, like food, water, electricity. They're going to need a lot of AI, and we ain't got the energy for that because we done lost our energy and independence under this fucking idiot. Again. Oh dear God, but we're going to put a nuclear reactor on the moon. Sure. They're using our tax dollars here in America. They're using our tax dollars to fund concentration camps around the nation. They have, what, 2 more in Texas that are being built now? Oh, just... It's mm. NASA needs to have a hand in it. NASA needs to put the hand down and slap the fuck out of these goddamn businessmen that want to do this. Okay? Tell them no. Like, sometimes it does take a rocket scientist to stand up and say, listen, this harebrained fucking scheme that y'all got, this half-baked thing that y'all got going on, thinking we're going to do that. No. Like, shh. Like, we got a lot of things on our planet to deal with. Dear God in heaven. The first country to have a reactor could declare a keep-out zone, which would significantly inhibit the United States. Oh, God. They're going to blow up the moon to try to turn each other off. What the hell is wrong with these people? That just seems like just a horrible use of taxpayer money. The directive states a sign of the agency's concern about a joint project China and Russia have launched. The directive also orders NASA to designate a leader for the effort and to get industry input within 60 days. The agency is seeking companies able to launch a reactor by 2030. 5 years. 2030. Since that's around the time China intends to land the first astronaut on the moon. We haven't put a person on the moon since 1972. We were the one that did it. Jesus. The nuclear initiative means that NASA will continue to have a hand. Like I said, you don't need a hand to tell the Pentagon, listen, no, we're not doing that. Okay? Because we need to fucking cancel that. Yeah. While the budget did not prioritize nuclear population, that wasn't because nuclear propulsion is seen as non-worthy technology so it's unworthy technology. I would say so. Anyway, I'm just wasting time. I ain't come up here for nothing. I'm just wasting time. Well, those of you that came and commented, thank you for coming. I know I bored y'all to tears, didn't I? Oh, how do I get the fuck out of this place? No, how do you fucking exit out of this? Do you? No, I don't want to start a poll either. Oh, this little X. Yes, I know.